Isn't it wild how a random internet scroll can send you on a galaxy far, far away? Today's case is the Avatar Mountains. You know those floating rocks from the movie? Ever since I found out they were real, I couldn't shake the idea of going there. Even though it took me 8 years to finally accomplish this trip. Little did I know how many curveballs China would throw at me, and that even more amazing places were waiting for me on the way. If you're up for an adventure like mine, your destination is Zhangjiajie city. I caught a domestic flight from Guangzhou, landing at Heihua International Airport. The city is nestled right in the heart of China, Hunan province. It's quite a distance from big cities like Shanghai, Beijing, and Guangzhou. It's surrounded by mountains and rural areas. Well, at least that's what I thought. Actually, none of those pictures you just saw are Zhangjiajie. In reality, Zhangjiajie wasn't the tranquil rural village I pictured. Nope, it is a full-blown city, bustling with cars and people going about their daily hustle. Neon lights, the buzz of activity, and shops galore stocked with everything from Chinese street food to toys and gadgets. The city is home to 1.5 million people. Just so you know, that's right up there with the likes of San Diego, San Antonio, Texas, Hamburg, Barcelona, and Budapest. In 1994, Zhangjiajie city underwent a name change. It used to go by Dayong, but they decided to switch things up. The new name, Zhangjiajie, paid homage to the famous Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, which is right in its backyard, and means something like, "Welcome to the Zhang family's mountainous homeland, where the boundaries are yours to explore." As I planned my trip to the Avatar Mountains, I stumbled upon some fantastic nearby places. So I decided to start my adventure with a visit to Tianmenshan, also known as Heaven's Gate Mountain. This place is famous worldwide for its stunning scenery, a renowned glass pathway that hangs high above lush landscapes, and the massive Tianmen Cave. Getting there is a breeze. You can take a bus, taxi, or an exciting cable car ride. The cable car journey begins at the Tianmen Mountain Cableway, right in the city center. The cableway boasts 98 cars, stretching 7.5 kilometers in total. It's renowned as the world's longest passenger cableway in high mountains. The cable car ride itself is a thrilling experience, offering glimpses of the breathtaking surroundings as you ascend through the clouds. The landscape is a true masterpiece, with rolling hills, misty peaks, and lush green forests. However, our adventure got off to an interesting start when we encountered some communication hiccups while buying tickets at the cableway station. You know, even in big cities like Beijing or Shanghai, finding someone who speaks English is quite a challenge. And here we were, in the heart of China, surrounded by Chinese tourists and not a lick of English in sight. Most of our trip was a breeze with the help of instant Google Translator, but this time things got a tad tricky. And we had to explain what kind of ticket we wanted, but we were stumped because there were so many options, and honestly, it wasn't crystal clear how they all differed. So there we were, in a bit of a jam, standing in line, trying to figure out which ticket to buy, and there was a growing line of impatient folks behind us. Just when we were feeling the pressure, our knight in shining armor swept in to the rescue, Mr. Chen. This guy was an English-speaking engineer in his late 50s. He appeared out of nowhere and helped us not only sort out the ticket situation, but also became our impromptu tour guide at Tianmenshan. We spent the whole day wandering through the labyrinthine trails of Tanmenshan. Along the way, we crossed paths with a Red Bull athlete who decided to one-up us by casually leaping from the mountain in his wingsuit. Our journey eventually led us to the much-hyped glass walk, a place where photos have gone viral more times than we can count. As we tiptoed onto the glass pathway, dangling thousands of feet above the ground, we expected sheer terror. Surprisingly, it felt more like strolling on a sky-high sidewalk. Then we were about to reach the pinnacle, Heaven's Gate, or Tianmen in translation. To get there, you don't climb to the heavens. You take an elevator. That's right, there is actually an elevator carved right into the mountain. Those Chinese architects sure know how to keep us guessing. Maybe one day I'll make a video about their global construction conquest. But for now, let's just relish the views, both from below and way up high. In Chinese mythology, Heaven's Gate, or Tianmen, is a portal to the celestial realms, where earthly souls can ascend to a higher plane of existence. It's a mystical gateway to enlightenment and immortality, where dreams touch the heavens and souls find their ultimate destination. It symbolizes a journey beyond the ordinary, a quest for transcendence that captivates the human spirit. As for Mr. Chen, we spent the day together, exploring and exchanging stories. Chen turned out to be one of the kindest and most courteous people we encountered during our trip. By day's end, he extended a generous offer we couldn't turn down, to join him and his delightful Philippine wife for dinner at a local hotspot. Little did we know this encounter would reveal how off-track our trip planning had been. Without their invaluable advice, our next day in the Avatar Mountains would have been a total fiasco. Why? Well, that's a story for another video coming soon. But before we wrap up this one, I have a small favor to ask. You see, I had Mr. Chen's email address to stay in touch, but somewhere amidst all our adventures, I managed to misplace it. So, I'm turning to the vast community of YouTube. If by any chance anyone out there crosses paths with this extraordinary man, please convey our warmest regards and let me know how we can reconnect. I have a heartfelt debt of gratitude to repay for their kindness, and I'm eager to pay it forward someday. And for now, thanks for joining me on this adventure. I hope it's piqued your curiosity to visit this incredible place someday. Until next time, travel safe, my friends.